Where's Rick rambling to now? Well, one of the last surviving video rental places is in southeast Indiana, Brookville, Indiana to be exact, the county seat of Franklin County, Indiana. Let's go check out this video rental place.
Hey friends, I'm here with Alan Colwell at Hometown Video in Brookville, Indiana, and I had just the best discussion with him. Alan, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day today.
You're welcome.
So you're one of the last remaining video rental places in Indiana, maybe the last, no, there's a couple in Indianapolis, right?
Yes.
So one of the last ones remaining in Indiana. So this has probably been a pretty interesting journey for you, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it definitely has. Yeah.
And you've probably got to meet lots of really interesting people coming through the doors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we haven't really had like celebrities too much come through, but I mean, we've had a lot of just memorable interactions with people. When we first opened, we had a Christian music star. She was just like starting out,
right?
And I don't even remember who it was, but became a big name and stuff. But that was interesting because we're like, oh yeah, she rented from us a few times, and then but I don't remember the name now. I mean, that was 18 years ago, but and we changed computer systems like 5 times since.
Oh,
then,
of course,
so, yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, a lot of different stuff. I used to write down memorable stories because I was like, oh, I should make a book or something.
You should.
We've had some interesting ones, some entertaining ones and stuff. But
so you love this business?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Right. What's your favorite thing about owning a shop like this?
Well, let's see. I mean, I like the movies and everything. I like talking with people with the movies and stuff. I mean, there's outside of here, I don't really get to talk to a lot of people about movies, but in here, that's what I get to do. I get to talk to people, tell people what I like, find out what people like, and we discuss movies a lot. Like, I mean, there's several people who come in and they'll just be coming in for like a quick stop for a movie, and they'll be in here like an hour.
Right.
And we'll just be talking about 100 different things, and all about movies and stuff.
So do you personally have a favorite genre of movie?
Probably sci-fi, science fiction movies. I've never been big into horror.
Right.
But I like the crossover, the sci-fi horror, a lot of those.
Right.
Monsters, like the classic monster movies and Godzilla, I love that kind of stuff. I consider them sort of really in the sci-fi category.
Absolutely,
but,
right.
But like the horror movies, I've never really been just straight up into the big horror movies, but you throw them on a spaceship in space, and I'm like, hey, all right, and they've done a bunch of them. They had the Jason in space, Jason X.
Yeah.
They had Critters, and they had Troll. I mean, it was a whole thing for a while. Everybody had a horror movie in space. But of course, the alien movies.
Oh, the aliens are great. Speaking of sci-fi and crossover, one of my favorite movies is a sci-fi, I would call comedy crossover. That's Galaxy Quest. Are you familiar?
Oh yeah, that is a great movie.
That is a fantastic movie. Do you have that one here in stock?
I do, yes.
So folks, if you're watching this interview and you've never seen Galaxy Quest with Alan Rickman, Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Tony Shalhoub, it's just a fantastic movie.
That really is.
And you can get that right here at Hometown Video in Brookville, Indiana. And you do more than just video rentals, right?
Oh yeah, we do a lot of stuff. I rent movies and games. We sell used movies and games. I sell some new movies. We do special orders. You can order stuff from Amazon, and you can have it shipped here, and then you can come pick it up whenever you want, so it's safe, and you don't have to worry about somebody stealing it off your porch. But then also, I do old VHS movie, like home movies. We transfer those to DVD here. So we do the VHS to DVD transfer, and then just the smaller VHS-C tapes.
Right.
So I've been working on that today. I'm finishing up somebody's project, a bunch of old family movies from the 90s, putting them on DVD right now today. And then I repair discs I repair the videotapes.
Right.
I know I've definitely got to be the only person around that still can, and knows how to repair the old VCR tapes, at least properly. I have had to repair people's repairs where they've
right.
wrapped them together and put duct tape or, whatever.
Right.
But, yeah, I can clean the tapes and repair the tapes and stuff. And then I still do other stuff, too. I clean video game systems and players and stuff for people.
Video game system, that's a very popular thing. And, I remember, I'm old enough to remember when the very first Pong came out. And we never would have thought the graphics in video games would have been like they are today. They're so realistic. And sometimes I'll see an advertisement on television for a video game, and for a hot second think it's a movie.
Oh yeah, the graphics now are incredible. And then the way they do the CGI in the movies, like they can put cutscenes from a video game into a movie and you'd never know it.
You would, you're right, you're right.
There's a few other ones of recent movies. There was a big one when it first came out. It had problems. It was just a few years ago. And one of the main characters, you didn't play him, but a main character in it was played by Keanu Reeves. And oh my gosh, I forgot the name. But Cyberpunk.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
yes.
It just came out a few years ago. It had a lot of problems when it released because it kind of pushed it.
Right.
But this character you interact with, it's Keanu Reeves. Looks exactly like him. Apparently, somewhere in the game, there's also a character played by Idris Elba.
Oh my gosh.
He's a big actor too.
Right.
And I guess I just read an interview. Idris Elba said he heard they're in talks of making that into a movie, and he's like, I really want to play my character. He does the voice of Knuckles in the new Sonic movies.
Right.
So he's really big into the voice acting. He loves regular acting, but he's into the voice acting. But he wants to play his character in that movie, and he's like, I think it'd be fantastic if I got to work with Keanu Reeves. He works with them in the new Sonic movie because he does a voice in that one too. But he's like, if we got to play in this movie live action, we're already in the game and it looks just like us. We should be in a movie.
That's right. That's right.
And a lot of them they're turning into movies. They're supposed to be doing a God of War movie, and the guy that does the voice actor, he's the only guy who's, I think, ever done the voice actor for the main character you play in God of War. His name is Judge. He was on Stargate SG-1, the TV series.
Right.
He played Teal'c.
Oh yes.
He's actually being considered to play the live action. He's still a big, muscular guy. He's a little bit older,
right?
But he thinks he could do it. But I think that'd be cool too. I think that's a really good idea. But the way they're doing movies, really, they could just CG them. Look at Avatar.
Yes.
You know, the video games on Avatar look just like stuff out of the movies.
Absolutely.
With the newer systems, it's crazy.
So do you rent video games for pretty much all the popular systems?
Yeah, we do. We may not have all of the newest games, but
right.
We have all the systems, all the newer ones.
And that's a great way to try out a game and see if you're going to like it, right?
Oh yeah. It's especially like the Nintendo Switch. It's
right.
Like the most popular system, and that's the one we have the most games for. But the games are $60 and $70 on some of these, so. I know it's always a terrible thing if you go and you get a kid a game and he has, I just spent $70 on it. You played it 10 minutes and you're done with it.
Right.
So you can rent it for a weekend and then find out if they actually like it.
That's a brilliant.
I've always liked that idea.
Brilliant idea. So what do your movies and your games rent for?
Before tax, a new release movie is like $2.80. And you basically get it for 3 days.
Okay.
And then the video games are like $2.50. And then we do daily specials and stuff all the time too.
Right.
And the video games, we always have it. If you rent 2, you get a third one free. Which sometimes is a lot of games, but if you're going to be playing them for a weekend, take 3 of them. The third one's free, right?
And we're recording this right before Christmas. This is a great time of year to check those out because the weather's not that great outside. You're not going to be outside playing in the yard or whatever. So you probably got those long, dark evenings to play some video games and watch a movie. And you have both modern movies and you have some classic movies also.
We do, yeah. We've got a lot of older movies. Not a lot of the older classics. But we've got movies that span back to, well, I mean, we got an Abbott and Costello a couple of movies.
Yes.
You know, those are like from the 50s.
The 1950s. I noticed you've got a whole
We've got
whole 80s wall over here.
Yeah. We were starting to get so many different 80s movies, and people were requesting them, and I'm like, well, I've got them. They're just in different. So we just made a whole separate section. I didn't really add any more to it. These were ones we'd already gotten, and I've added a bunch now since then. But then we've got labels on a lot of our 90s movies. So we got the 80s section. We got a lot of labeled for 90s. We've got movies from the 70s and 60s. But yeah, most of the popular ones that people think about are really 80s and 90s.
Right.
For current stuff, and then Adam Sandler.
Oh,
that was his big decade, was
right.
90s. So
right.
We've got a ton of his movies.
So we think of renting mostly for locals, but if somebody was in Franklin County and staying at one of our bed and breakfasts or at the hotel, they come down on a fishing trip. If they're not local, would they be able to rent from you also?
Oh yeah. Usually every summer we get a lot of people. It picks up a lot for out of towners and stuff because you don't have internet, or you don't want to watch it on your phone or something like that. And yeah, we get a lot of people like camping, and then during the winter and any time of the year, we'll get out of towners and stuff like that. They're staying, and they they stop in. We set up a rental account for them and everything.
Very good. And what are your hours here?
Right now we haven't changed our hours. Sometimes we decrease them during the winter, but right now we're always still open 7 days a week, except we're closed on like 3 times a year. We close usually Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas Day.
Right.
Other than that, we're open about 7 days, and we're open 10 a.m. to like 8 p.m. And on the weekends, we're open like Friday and Saturday till 10 p.m.
Oh, very good. And in addition to video games and movies and cleaning of decks and repair of tapes and converting VHS to digital or to DVD, which is brilliant because so many of us have those old VHS tapes that we had from the 1970s, 1980s. I guess that would be the no, VHS came out in the 70s.
Yeah, I haven't had any that were really before. I've had some that they have previously gotten put like from reel to reel to a videotape.
Right.
So some of the images have been like from the 60s even.
Right.
But I haven't had any just straight on VHS before like 1980, I think was the oldest one.
So you can convert all that for folks that have it. In addition to all those services, you've got a great selection of snacks. So if you want to put a movie night together, what kind of stuff do you have for that?
We have popcorn tubs, we have popcorn bags, and then we have all kinds of candy. We have larger box candy, and we have the individual normal size candy bars. We carry a candy, it started as a Japanese candy, and it went worldwide famous, called Pocky. People love it. They're like chocolate dipped sticks, and they have different flavors.
Oh my gosh.
It's right there behind you there, up on the top. Pocky, yeah. My favorite is the banana, and chocolate is really popular. Yeah. Those are good, yeah. I know it's a side story, but I was ordering them from a company, and we got them, and that was the first place that I'd ever seen that had them. I'd seen them show up in anime.
Right.
And, it's got the Japanese writing on them, and they translate it, and it's called Pocky and some animes in the 90s and stuff. So I started ordering them here, and we had them here, and then, I don't know, it was about a year I'd been carrying them, and I seen that Kroger and Walmart both started carrying them, and I'm like, oh man, I had this. This is mine. It copied me. But it was weird. But they're really good though. But and then we do candy specials on Fridays.
Okay.
We have a movie deal. We call it Friday Night Family Special. But actually, we started it a long time ago, and then we quit doing it. And then my nephew pointed it out, and I had forgotten about it, so we call it the Jaden Special now. But you can essentially get 4 movies and 3 candies for $10 even, tax included.
What
on
a
Friday
deal!
Nights. Yeah,
what a deal!
It's pretty good. It's like you can't take 2 people to a theater
No,
anywhere
no.
for just for the tickets for $10.
Right, let alone try to
Yeah.
get some popcorn or soda pop or
And then if you
or
rent on
something.
Friday, they're not due till noon Monday. So yeah, you can get 4 movies and 3 candies for a whole weekend for $10.
And you know, we always love seeing folks that stay home, stay here in Franklin County, and that's kind of your story. This is where you're from, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you go to Franklin County High School?
I did. Yeah.
And so you just never ventured away.
No, I went to Ball State to college for a while, and then I came back here. And when it started out, I was taking care of a family member. After I got out of college, I was taking care of a family member, and then I didn't have to take care of them anymore. They got better. So then I was like, well, I need to find something else to do now, because it looked like it was going to be long term for a while.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'm not good. I can help. So I got a part-time job at, it was a music store. It was next door, and it was run by the video store people. The previous place went out, so they decided to open a music store. So I went in there, and I was part-time, and then some crazy things happened, and you know, within a month of me working there part-time, I got made manager and I got full-time. But then they closed it down, and then I moved over here into the video store, and then I left once, and then I came back. I was gone for about 3 months. Came back and been here since, yeah.
That is awesome. So one of the last remaining video rental stores anywhere right here in Franklin County, Brookville, Indiana. You're on Main Street. What's the address?
656 Main Street in Brookville.
And I know you're active on Facebook, so you can just look up Hometown Video on Facebook.
Yeah, Hometown Video Brookville. We'll
Okay.
bring in probably just type in Hometown Video, but Hometown Video Brookville is the whole name. We have a store Instagram page. You can look us up on Google. And I used to do TikToks, but then I lost the password. So
Oh, that
it's kind
happens.
of funny, yeah. So yeah.
Well, Alan, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Folks, let me encourage you, if you're looking to rent some videos, try out some video games. Maybe you have a VHS tape you want to have converted to DVD, have a tape needs repaired. Come see Alan, Hometown Video, right here in Brookville, Indiana. We'll see you next time.